Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare dime coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Where we uncover rare coins, hidden gems, and the unbelievable stories that go with them. Today, we're diving into a coin that has shocked collectors around the world, a tiny piece of silver that could be worth a small fortune. That's right, we're talking about the United States of America Roosevelt One Dime from the year 1937. Now, at first glance, you might be thinking, wait a second, wasn't Roosevelt's image only added to the dime after his death in the 1940s? And you'd be absolutely right. So why are we talking about a Roosevelt dime from 1937? What makes it so rare? And how could such a small coin be valued at a staggering amount of money? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see just how fascinating and valuable this little coin truly is. Let's start with a bit of context. The dime, or 10-cent piece, has been a part of American currency since the late 1700s. But the image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt didn't appear on the dime until 1946, the year after his death. Before that, the design featured Lady Liberty, most notably the winged Liberty head, often mistaken for Mercury, which is why it's commonly called the Mercury dime. So here's where it gets interesting. A coin labeled as a Roosevelt dime from 1937 isn't supposed to exist. The official United States Mint records show no Roosevelt dimes were struck before 1946. So how could a Roosevelt One Dime from 1937 be out there? That mystery is what makes this coin so intriguing. According to expert numismatists and coin historians, a few extremely rare and highly controversial Roosevelt dimes dated 1937 may have been experimental pieces or unauthorized test strikes. Some believe they were pattern coins, unofficial test designs made by the US Mint that never entered general circulation. These coins are not listed in standard coin catalogs and are virtually unknown outside advanced collector circles. Now imagine discovering one of these coins in a box of old change, or passed down from a grandparent. Most people wouldn't think twice about a common-looking dime. But for those who know what to look for, this coin can be the find of a lifetime. Let's talk about the details. These coins are roughly the same size and weight as regular dimes, made of silver and nickel, standard for the time. But upon closer inspection, they carry a date that shouldn't exist, 1937, and the unmistakable profile of President Roosevelt. The design, though slightly different from the later official dimes, clearly shows the intention behind it. That alone makes these coins a powerful historical mystery. What makes them even more captivating is how few of them are known to exist. Only a tiny handful have ever surfaced, most in private collections or passed quietly between elite collectors. This level of rarity elevates the coin to almost mythical status in the coin world. And when a rare item like this appears on the market, it grabs serious attention and serious money. But it's not just the rarity that drives up the value. It's also the condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that has been heavily circulated will always be worth less than one that's in pristine, mint state condition. And for a coin this rare, finding one in excellent condition is almost unheard of. Collectors and auction houses will often go to great lengths to authenticate and preserve coins like these. They use high-powered microscopes, metal analysis, and expert historical research to confirm the coin's authenticity. Once verified, these coins become incredibly desirable. Imagine owning a coin that technically shouldn't even exist, with a mysterious backstory, historical significance, and nearly impossible rarity. That's the kind of thing collectors dream about, and now, the moment you've been waiting for. Are you ready to hear just how much a single Roosevelt One Dime from the year 1937 could be worth? Hold on to your seats, because one of these elusive coins has been valued at $132,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that's smaller than your thumb, worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. It's amazing to think how something so small can carry such a huge value, all thanks to a twist in history and a touch of mystery. So if you ever come across an old dime in your change jar or coin collection, don't overlook it. Check the date, look closely at the design, and who knows, you just might have one of the rarest dimes in American history sitting right in front of you. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you never miss out on our next rare coin discovery. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next coin be your most valuable yet. Top 2. We're turning the spotlight on a coin that has stirred up fascination, debate, and jaw-dropping reactions among collectors for years, the mysterious and incredibly rare United States Roosevelt One Dime from the year 1942. And now, I know what you're thinking. Roosevelt on a dime in 1942? That doesn't sound right. And you're absolutely correct to question it. Because officially, the Roosevelt dime didn't enter circulation until 4 years later, in 1946. That was the year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away, and the U.S. Mint decided to honor his legacy by placing his portrait on the 10-cent coin, replacing the winged Liberty head design, commonly known as the Mercury dime. So how is it possible that a Roosevelt dime exists from 1942, 4 years before its official debut? That, my friends, is where the story gets fascinating. According to a very small circle of numismatic researchers and veteran coin hunters, a few examples of a Roosevelt dime dated 1942 have mysteriously surfaced over the years. These coins are not listed in regular coin catalogs. They are not found in standard U.S. Mint records. But they exist, at least, according to trusted collectors who have seen or even held them in person. One theory suggests that these coins were pattern coins, prototype pieces made by the Mint to test new designs before official release. Another theory, even more intriguing, is that they may have been accidental test strikes or even unauthorized creations, never meant to leave the Mint. Either way, what makes them so captivating is the fact that they should not exist, but somehow, a very few do. And now imagine being the person who finds one of these in a forgotten coin jar, an inherited collection, or an old stash in the attic. To most people, it would look like a regular dime. But the sharp-eyed collector would notice something strange right away: the date. 1942. And the profile? That unmistakable face of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. That moment, when you realize you're holding a coin that breaks the rules of history, is the kind of moment every collector lives for. And now, let's talk about the physical design. The Roosevelt dime features a clean, elegant profile of the 32nd President of the United States. On these rare 1942 specimens, the design is similar to the one adopted officially in 1946, but with subtle differences, variations in detail, edge finish, and relief depth. These differences are what make coin experts' jaws drop. These are the tiny, telling signs of a piece that's not just old, it's rare, it's historical, and it's unlike anything found in loose change today. Only a handful of these coins are known, or even rumored, to exist. And in the coin collecting world, rarity is everything. But what pushes these coins into the stratosphere of value is when they are found in exceptional condition. We're talking about coins that have never been touched by circulation. No scratches, no wear, no fading, just crisp detail and preserved beauty, often stored away unknowingly for decades. A coin like this is more than just metal. It's a mystery. It's a whisper from the past. And it carries a story that only the most dedicated, sharp-eyed collectors have the chance to uncover. You might be wondering, what would someone actually pay for a coin like this? What is the real market value of a 1942 Roosevelt dime that was never meant to be? Well, it's time to reveal the number that has stunned coin experts and collectors alike. One verified example of the rare Roosevelt One Dime from 1942, in uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing $125,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A 10-cent coin, worth $125,000. That's enough to buy a luxury car, a home in some areas, or travel the world. All packed into something that fits on your fingertip. It just goes to show that some of the world's greatest treasures aren't buried in chests or locked in vaults. They might be sitting in your old pocket change right now. So, if you ever come across a dime from the early 1940s, don't ignore it. Look closely. Inspect the date. Examine the design. Because you might just be holding one of the rarest coins ever struck in the United States. If you enjoyed this video and want to uncover more rare coin mysteries and unbelievable values, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a discovery. Let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare or unusual coin in your collection? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and always pay attention to the small things, because sometimes, the smallest coins can hold the biggest surprises. Top 3. We're uncovering a coin mystery that has stunned numismatists and thrilled collectors for generations. It's a coin that seems to defy history, a piece that shouldn't exist, yet somehow, it does. We're talking about the elusive and incredibly rare United States Roosevelt One Dime from the year 1945. And now, most of us know that the Roosevelt dime was officially released in 1946. That's the year President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away, and the U.S. Mint decided to honor him by placing his portrait on the 10-cent coin. Before that, from 1916 to 1945, the dime featured the winged Liberty head design, commonly known as the Mercury dime. So how is it possible that a Roosevelt dime exists with the date 1945 on it before the coin was even supposed to be released? Well, that's where this story gets interesting. For years, rumors swirled about a few prototype coins being struck in late 1945, possibly as test pieces, perhaps for early review or to prepare for the coin's full release in early 1946. Some even suggest that these coins were minted privately by insiders at the U.S. Mint, using the Roosevelt design prematurely and stamping them with the 1945 date. While none of this has ever been officially confirmed by the government, a few physical coins have indeed surfaced, and those coins tell a story that no records ever could. These rare 1945 Roosevelt dimes are the stuff of legends. They feature the unmistakable profile of President Roosevelt on the obverse side, the side that would eventually become standard starting in 1946. But the date? That's what makes them so valuable. The number stamped clearly and boldly into the coin reads 1945, making it a full year ahead of its expected release. The idea that a Roosevelt dime could exist with this date creates a kind of numismatic paradox. It's like finding a newspaper printed a day before the headline event. And when something this rare surfaces, collectors take notice in a big way. Let's talk about the look and feel of this mysterious coin. The Roosevelt portrait is sharp and dignified, just like the official 1946 version, with fine detailing in the hair, the face, and the surrounding text. On the reverse, you'll see the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength that are all part of the Roosevelt dime design we know today. But that 1945 date? That's the twist. That one tiny detail transforms this coin from ordinary to extraordinary. Now here's where it gets even more exciting. Only a very small number of these coins are known to exist, perhaps just a handful in the entire world. Some were discovered in old coin collections, tucked away for decades and forgotten. Others came to light through estate auctions or dealer trades, passed along without anyone realizing the magnitude of what they had, and as you might expect, these coins have become one of the most talked about mysteries in American coin history. Their authenticity has been studied by experts. Advanced tests, metal composition analysis, and microscopic inspection have all confirmed that these coins were indeed struck using original U.S. Mint equipment. In other words, they're the real deal, but what makes them truly valuable isn't just the date, or the rarity, or even the mystery behind their creation, it's the condition. Collectors and investors place enormous value on coins that have been preserved in near-perfect state. A 1945 Roosevelt dime in pristine, uncirculated condition is like finding a diamond in a drawer full of gravel. It's that rare. When a coin has it all: rarity, historical mystery, and perfect condition, it becomes more than just a collectible. It becomes an investment. It becomes a legacy. So now the question you've been waiting for. How much could one of these elusive 1945 Roosevelt dimes actually be worth? Well, if you're sitting down, you might want to stay there a bit longer. Because one of these ultra-rare dimes has been valued at a jaw-dropping $120,000, yes. You heard that right. A 10-cent coin, worth $120,000. It's an incredible reminder that the smallest things can carry the biggest surprises. That something as simple as a dime, something you might overlook every day, could turn out to be one of the rarest treasures in American coinage. So the next time you're going through an old coin jar, a dusty drawer, or an inherited collection, take a closer look. Pay attention to the dates. Look at the details. You just might be holding a mystery, a piece of history, and a fortune all in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this story and want to dive deeper into the world of rare coins, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss our next big discovery. Let us know in the comments, have you ever come across an unusual coin? Maybe it's time to go check. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass handy, and your curiosity alive. Because in the world of coin collecting, anything is possible. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!